First time I sang on stage was probably, I was in 6th grade. It was my first play. My first play. It was a play called Crazy Camp. I had to sing a song called I Don't Want No Real Job. The popular girl in school magically liked me all of a sudden. I had a leading role, and we began dating during the play, and then the second the play ended, she dumped me. Doesn't take a genius to figure out this equation. Got to get more leads. She was my first girlfriend, and we did kiss at recess. That's what like the cool kids would do. You'd walk into the woods and kiss and come back, and everyone's like, "Ugh." So we did that. From what I can recall, it was a great memory all around. And I'm sure there were nerves, but it wasn't some disaster. Like I didn't shit myself or anything like that. Hey, things can go south. That doesn't always go well.
What was the first poster you had up in your room?
It probably wasn't cool. It was probably, remember those magazines, those highlights magazines you get in the dentist office?
Yeah.
Or, it was probably some magazine that I got from like some magazine club when I was like in 3rd grade or something, and not cool, like just some generic like surfer.
An expert in the room is saying something about Sandra Bullock.
I did have a very large, like one of those giant, actually I got it in New York. When my family and I were in New York one time, and you go to one of those stores in Times Square where, they got all this cheesy stuff that tourists buy. And it was just one of those giant posters of Sandy, and I had it, and it was on my ceiling. Yeah, what a loser. Not that Sandy's not cool, but that's like a loser thing to do. But I did have it on my ceiling for a long time. There's varying weights of the shield, so it's not always the heavy one, all the way to the point of it being full of CGI. Sometimes, you're swinging it and flinging it around, and, you got nothing in your hand, so I can't take full credit for that. Okay, you're right, I will. Oh, what can I say? I'm just amazing at it. It's such a silly thing. When I was a kid, I did Taekwondo, like every kid. And at the end of our classes, the instructor would take their belt off, and we'd have a jumping contest. And I could always just jump real high. It's more of a party trick now, whether people want to see it or not. I'm just like, let's start jumping over stuff. But I tell you what, in the cap suit, you talk a big game. Okay, if you need me to, if I got to jump over that, I can do it, But then you're in the full cap suit and you can't. I've actually looked kind of more stupid with the confidence that I thought I had from jumping.
What was your first email address?
It was Zeppelin. It was from high school. And I had it up until a couple of years ago. Just Zeppelin at AOL. I do still have it, yeah. I use it for like weird, like old things that I did back then. You know what I mean? Like random, like accounts with like ESPN Sports or something like from a long time ago. Yeah. What was my porno name?
What's your first pet's name?
And my first pet was a guinea pig named Gemini.
What street you lived on?
Gemini Flanagan.
Gemini Flanagan.
Gemini Flanagan. Look the fuck out. Gemini Flanagan. That is a great name. God damn. He's probably good at a lot of things, Len. He's cleaning up at those awards.
And what was your very first date?
I went to go see, remember Blank Check? My mom picked me up with my girlfriend, that first girlfriend when I was in 7th grade. We went to go see Blank Check.
Did you pay? Buy popcorn?
I don't know if that, yeah, I must have. I mean, obviously it wasn't my money, but I think I must have. I think I was probably instructed to do so. And my mom gave me the 20.
What was your first karaoke song?
I think I sang that Grease song, You're the One That I Want, with my first real girlfriend. The first girlfriend you have when you actually, argue the way that adults argue. I was in 7th grade. She was a freshman, again from a play. We were in Anne of Green Gables. She was Anne, I was Gilbert. I went on a cruise with her and her family, and we sang that Grease song together. We brought down the house. I remember when I was my junior, the summer of my junior, going into senior year, I knew I wanted to act, but I didn't have any contacts in the city, so I wrote a bunch of letters to casting directors trying to get a job, and I got an internship at a casting office. I was taking the subway and just feeling like a grown-up. I got to speak every day to agents, setting up actors. That's how I got my agent. Being friendly with 2 or 3 of them, and just said, hey, listen, I know I'm just Chris and Bonnie's office, but can I come and audition for you? And they let me, and they signed me. And then I got a pilot, yeah. I stayed at a dump. It was student housing. It was, I had one room and a bathroom down the hall, and I'd been there for like a month and a half. And I came in one day, and there was another kid there, and he was like, hello, and I was like, who are you? I forget his name, but he was, from another country. It was just I went to the front desk. I was like, "There's somebody in my," and they said, "Yeah, when you sign the thing, we have the right to do this." It's like, man, but he only wanted to watch Friends, which is fine. I liked Friends too. No.
What a relief.
Yeah, it was
What
actually.
if he had wanted to watch something you hated?
Yeah, true.